Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh Bashem Shai for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the gospel of his truth. I just want to do a little video real quick on certain stuff going on in the world. Today, in this year of prophecy, as Elder Apostle DeHar coined it. Starting off the list, was just the other day, was at the damn, store, Walmart to be exact. And I was picking up, just some, food for around the house. I went into the can section, and I noticed that there's 80% less than what was at the store the previous week. And the previous week, well, the previous 2 weeks earlier that I was there was about 40% less than what there was the weeks before that. So what does that show you? That there really is a food shortage going on of certain goods. The freezer section, for the most part, has a decent amount. I mean, you can clearly see it. Even the freezer section is starting to run dry, but slower, way slower than the canned goods and stuff like that. Because that's the main food that the general public will go to, because they know that's one of the best things to have, because you don't got to cook it. You can just, majority of them, you can just open the can and there you go, your meal's ready for you, right? Nobody wants to freeze their food, because then you got to, cook that. So, especially in a, an SHTF situation, that's just not something you want to have, man. Okay, and let me just speak about that for a little bit. The whole, preppers and stuff. I look down on some of them. And the reason why is they're telling guys to get, the Mountain House meals. Which, don't get me wrong, I got some of those. Those are good. But, these foods, I'm not necessarily sure what term you'd use for them. But they're like the dry goods, you add water to them. And they, the water cooks them. Because you cook the water, then you put them, the water in the bag, you seal it, and it heats the food up. Or, you just cook the food on the stove. I personally teach and tell people, and I myself included, I stay away from these things. You know why? Because why would I want to have a food that I have to use water to make it, therefore using more valuable resources to pretty much get the food itself? It just doesn't make sense in my eyes. You would want to have a food that is already made. You just open the package and it's there. It's ready to be ate. You don't have to add water to it or nothing. Maybe a little bit of salt or pepper. But I mean, that's, that just is if you want to, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my aspect on that. It doesn't really make sense to buy food that you have to heat up by adding water. Just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. So yeah, as I said, man, the food at the store is starting to run dry, man. Right? So, hey, guys ain't, people ain't seeing it, man. Okay? And, you got the whole, the stimulus checks, right? People think they'll be getting another one. Well, we'll see what happens with that, man. Because, when you clearly look at stuff that's going on in the world right now, especially here in America, aka Babylon the Great, you can clearly see that everything's going to shit, man. Okay, everything is just terrible. The economy was terrible before the whole Corolla situation, inside joke. But it's got even worse. Okay, it just isn't avoidable. All right, it's clearly way worse than what it was previously. Okay? And it just is what it is, man. Anybody says otherwise is just a damn liar. All right? So, I mean, there really is no way, out of this situation for the average, Americans. Now, we rely on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? We put our, trust in Yahweh Shai, because we know that these things are just, the prophecies of the scriptures coming to pass. Okay, but the average peon don't know that. All right, which we, being wise men, we should take this time to prepare on the worldly level so that when famine comes, we have resources to feed our families. Scriptures tell you a wise man foresees the evil and prepares himself. So we foresee the evil, so you should prepare yourself for it. All right, so pretty much. Oh, if anyone is wondering, this is Call of Duty Mobile, as you see playing in the background, in case anyone was wondering. Pretty much that's all I wanted to share. All right, that yeah, the food shortages are very real. Okay, anybody telling you otherwise clearly don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because you go to the stores and you see, man, you ask for certain items that, they might usually have them behind, in the storage, if you want to use that terminology. All right, they might have it in the storage area of the store. Or in the back, as some might call it. But then when you ask, hey, can you hand me this? Do you guys have this behind? In the back of the store, guy be like, sorry, man, we're all out. So the stores used to have, a little bit of a stockpile of items so that when the shelves run bare, they can just restock it that same moment. But guess what? They can't do it now because everything is clearly running out, man. All right, so it's only a matter of time until there's massive food shortages. Okay? So we all should take advantage of the opportunity now to get the stuff for cheap while they still have it. All right, because very soon, man, the prices are going to go up on the last stuff that's available. All right, but anyway, with that being said, I'm going to say shalom.